inhale, circle, sweep arms up, finishing breath. And then exhale, bring down the energy. Let's do a little bit of stuff for our feet. We're going to do the strengtheners. In fact, before we do that, let's do our detoxing. So we're going to spread out our hands and take it from the outside of our shoulder into the inside of our shoulder bone or collarbone and tap, tap, tap. It's called the Big Six, Qigong Detoxing. And then stroke across. So you're not digging, it's a very light touch. Again, we're trying to encourage lymphatic drainage with these physical movements on our body. And let's do the other side. So tap, tap, tap across. And then stroke across. It's in a very specific pattern in order to go from high to low pressure, or low to high pressure, I should say. And then we're going to spread out our hands. You can bring it across or on the same side. It's in front and in the back of the ear. Bring it down the jawline and down the neckline. Make sure you're getting back here at the back of the head too, because we've got a lot of lymph node nests there at the back of the head. So again, this helps us to move that cerebral spinal fluid, get rid of the waste in our brains, and it exits through our trying to think here, our left vein. There's like 70% of our body drains on one side and 30% on the other. Other side, here we go, spread them out in front and back of the ear. Now, some folks also will like to tap. I don't like that part, so I don't teach that part. But if that's you like that, you can tap, tap, tap instead. So this is area number 2. Area number 1 is above and below the collarbone. Area number 3 is the armpit. So we kind of go into the armpit. You do that kind of little letter L with the hand. You can just push. You also should squeeze the thumb into those pectoral muscles. You can rub, scrub. You can tap, tap, tap. Of course, men and women that get breast cancer, they check these areas. Did the cancer move to these lymph node nests? So we're clearing the pathways, okay? Here we go. Rub, scrub, scrub. I know, it's weird. Other side. Here we go. Tap, tap, tap. We do similar Qigong detoxing techniques in a more traditional Chair Tai Chi class, but I like to do them in this method because it's more beneficial for getting rid of moving the lymphatic fluids. All right, now area number 4 is the stomach. So you've heard of the thing, your gut is your second brain, yeah? Well, it is. So let's either kind of tap across or torso, or maybe fist pounding, or maybe circular movements. Now, if you're trying to aid digestion and elimination, you go from the very top to the left and make that circle. So that helps stimulate the ascending, descending colon, the big and little intestine. So, we're moving, we're massaging those organs, okay? That's a good thing. All right, our next area, we got to bring our feet out a little bit, and I brought them forward. Where the leg enters into the torso. I say this stuff all the time. I keep repeating. We're going to keep hearing it again. You can take the sides of the hands and chop what's called the qua in Tai Chi. It's also known as the inguinal crease. And no, I'm not saying that right, but I'm doing the best I can. Ovarian, uterine, prostate cancer. These are the areas they're checking. Did the cancer move to these areas? Let's keep it clear, folks. Try to do this daily if you can. Chop, chop, chop. And then I'm going to bring my feet in. My feet are still a little bit forward. I'm going to take my fingers, the pad of my fingers, stroke the back of the knees, or you can gently chop. Lots of lymph node nests in the back of the knees. You tend to get swelling, edema in the feet. Start from number 1 through 6. This is called the Big Six, if you want to look this up later. I'll try to remember to put that in the follow-up email also. If I don't, y'all call me out on it, okay? I do send a follow-up email. It has the video, usually in the second email, and I send out the pain and distress survey. A couple more tap, tap, taps, or little scrubs here. Beautiful.